Hey folks, so today I'm going to be making a video on the new Blackstar sheet that I've added to the enhancement profit calculator. Now, this is for people who want to make TET Blackstars to sell and are interested in basically making fail stacks from doing that. It takes longer to get the fail stacks that you want, but you can make profit from doing it. So, the way this works is quite complex. If you do struggle to understand my explanation, just leave a comment. I'll try and explain it a bit better for you. If you have any more questions as well, just leave a comment. Again, I'll respond. I respond to all my comments on this channel, whether they're stupid comments or harsh comments, I will respond to them. So if you feel like your comment's a bit stupid, don't worry about it. Like we all have questions, and they're not stupid even if you think they're stupid. Well, unless you're deliberately trying to be stupid, but still. Anyway, that's enough about that. So, first thing, profit loss. Now, this is saying the amount that you're selling your Black Star for, which I've set at 14,600, but let's quickly have a look. We'll just go to main hand, short sword, Black Star. So, currently here it's 14.7 is listed, but that's just for that one. It varies. So, let's go back in and just update that. So, that's up to 700, and you make a little bit more profit. And then that's times by the amount of tax from the enhancement profit calculator sheet. So that's what you set up yourself. And then you minus your costs. So your costs are the costs of the clicking and repairing all the way up to TET from Pry. So this is saying that you're going to spend 3 billion making the duos, 3.7 billion making the tries, and then 1.4 billion making the TETs. And that's going to be a total of 8.646 billion if you follow this to a T. Now, here, I basically balanced it out deliberately, so you'll always lose one pry and make one TET, because that's your goal, making a TET. So to make one TET, you're going to need to make 44.6 pries, duos from pries, sorry, and then 12.43 tries, and then they will make one TET on average, doing this method exactly. So then we've got this cost, which is the cost of buying a Pry Blackstone, because that's where you're starting. That's makes sense to buy it. You can make it yourself, but I don't think it's going to save you any money making it yourself. I think it's actually cheaper to buy it on the market at that price. And then the last cost, which is basically the repair cost of the additional 60 duration that you got from going up from Duo, from Pry to Duo to Try, then Tex is 20 each tier. Now, you're not going to be repairing if it goes successful to full, because that's going to end up costing you more. So you only really want to worry about that when you get to TET, is when you want to repair it fully. Never repair them above like the max. Like, don't go to the max before it's TET on its repairs. Otherwise, it's going to cost you more, basically. Because imagine if you repair to like the additional 20 on the Duo, well, when you try and go to Try, it goes back down to Pry. That's gone. There's additional costs. So that's it for the profit. Now, this also can be changed by the base chance that you have. And we're going to get into this a bit more. So your base chance is from your quests. Now, we'll go over, now this is explained. Also, yes, so this is saying that you will have to do 2 attempts of your Duo Blackstar, then 0.11 of your Tri Blackstar, and 0.11 of your TET Blackstar to be able to make one TET. Now, that being said, that means of this whole method. So you can see it's going to take 9.79 tries to make, like, attempt on this try one to make your 230 stack. So you're more likely to make a TET than 230 stack by a long shot. Now, the way that it works all this out is we're going to go over here because this is the best demonstration. So first things first, you're going to do your plus 30. So that's your normal 30 stack from 84 Blackstones. And then you're going to click on a pry 4 times to get a 45 stack. So that'll be for like doing try accessories. Now, this is going to take 16 attempts to actually make it once. So you're going to make 15.82 duos from this, because that last duo doesn't happen because you get your stack. So it's one below the restart value. So because you're making 15.82 duos per time you do this, that is basically how this works out at 2.1, because you need to make 44.66 and you're making 15 per attempt, or just shy of 16 per attempt. So once you've made 2 successful 45 stacks, for free I might add, even though it does say it costs 1.5 billion, because each one of your duos is basically worth 97.66 million. So that's the cost there, technically, for your duos. Now, this is where it gets much more complex. So now, when you're doing duo to try, aiming for your try, now this Blackstar bit as well, just whilst I say it, this is just so that you know you're on the Blackstar, not on your Elster's fail stack. Make sure it says Blackstar, you know you're on the Blackstar sheet. It's not needed, it makes things a bit more obvious. Now, here, as you can see, this is starting at 63 stack. Now, this was me just trying to make it so that it would be more profitable to do this, and I'll show you basically what I've done here. So this takes your stack from Elster's Reblath fail stacking sheet. Now, this is the 63 stack. This is from your try stack. So it always takes it from try stack. And now what I've done is I've hard coded it to go, okay, I mean, I can put this down here, it won't affect anything. So these will all say try, but no math changes, it's fine. So what you're doing is, if you're going for your 44 stack, that doesn't change, you go 44 stack. However, the further down here you go, so I'll just extend this one more. This goes up to 68 stack. Now you're starting at a 68 stack and it gets the cost of that 68 stack. So going past your 44 stack on this one is literally just for doing your Blath, to Blackstar, sorry. So for the Blackstar thing. So now, as you can see, if I go over here, this costs is going to have changed because we've got a different fail stack that we're starting on. So if I just get rid of this row again, I'll tidy it up afterwards, don't worry. It'll have gone back down, so it's like 200, well, just shy of 200 million difference. But you want to be doing this to get to a fail stack that you want to use. So 111 stack, a good stack for making your own accessories for TET. Now, arguably, you could say, okay, well, what if I want to just go to 99? So then it's a case of you'd put your advice of Valks in here. So you'd push it up from there. But as you can see, this is going to cut into your profits a little bit by about 100 million. But that means you're going to be advice of Valkings for putting up to 110 stacks through this system. Now, what I've got at the moment here is, the idea is you do a similar thing here. This is feeding off of the TET stack. Excuse me, sorry, same situation. You can drag it down further if you want to go further, but you're not really going to. Now, what it does is it goes, okay, well then it starts at 110, because that's what that's at, and that's the cost, 462. Look, 462. Apologies about that. So then that's where it starts, and then it's saying, okay, well, if you were to make a 230 stack, you would make 8.79 TETs. So that's your profit or loss times 8.79 per 230 stack you make, but then you could put the advice of Valks on the end. Because these are without advice of Valks on the fail stacker here. I did not put advice of Valks into these. I think that's everything. So, because once you make your 230 stack, so you can then put it up to a 243 stack, you've got your profit, you've got the... Also, one thing that's arguably you've got to put in mind is it's technically going to be 2 Blackstars is going to be the cost. because you also want to buy. But then, yeah, no, I was gonna say you want to buy one back, but then technically that would mean the next one you buy needs to be taken out of the. Yeah, no, it's there's a setup cost to start off with. How many of the Prey Black Stars you start with? Which with what I've just edited now, you need 45 of these. So you need 45 duos, which means you'd need at least 45 to start off with to make one TET. Because you push them all up to duo before trying to go to try and then TET, basically. I mean, you don't have to. You could technically do it with less, just like managing your stacks. But that's how this works. I've went through basically all the math other than like these costs and that, because that's the exact same as the fail stacking guide, the Reblath ones. Like a lot of this logic is from the Reblath. It's just using the correct percentages for Blackstar, and then we're looking at making money off it rather than making the fail stack. So bear in mind, this is not efficient for making fail stacks. You just get free fail stacks as a byproduct. So that's everything. If you stuck around to here and you haven't subscribed and liked already, please do. Helps me out a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.